Hey everyone, what's up? This is a new segment we have called Sound Check by S.C.A.B. I am here today with a great guest all the way from San Antonio, Texas, Floats. Let's pan over to them, pan.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
What's up?
Hey, what's up?
Hell
You
yeah.
drove all the way down here for this interview. That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Just for the interview.
That's awesome. You guys are in the middle of your Love Struck tour.
Yep.
That's awesome. From the stories I was watching last night, your show in LA popped off.
Mhm.
Looked like good energy. There's a lot of moshing going on.
Hell yeah, dude. It was crazy. Honestly,
Yeah.
LA showed up for sure, dude.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, our best show so far. All the shows have been great.
Yeah.
But LA is just like our second home. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It feels good.
Yeah,
Mhm.
is so like prior to this, I'm trying to be all professional and shit. So I'm like researching into like past interviews and things you mentioned, and it seems like you guys have been like very cohesive about making both like Southern California and Texas, where you're from, like your homes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Definitely. It's like a split personality almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're trying to adapt to both. Like we're trying to cater to hometown and then, well, Cali feels like
Versus-
hometown. So
Second
Yeah.
home.
Yeah. Yeah. How does your music translate down there in like Texas? I know like you speak usually good from what I've seen, and there's some local favorite venues. But is there a lot of people around your area that are kind of like into this scene? Or-
Yeah. So far, like right now, especially, like for our music, I don't know actually. I feel like there's not a lot going on with us, but there is bands. Like there's great local bands, but I think right now, specifically in San Antonio, what's popping off are a bunch of emo and scrams bands, which like honestly like, and they're the younger generation, and those kids are like just killing it right now. But like I think that's what everyone's into, that's awesome. You know what I mean? But for us too, like I mean, we're never really home anyways anymore.
Yeah.
So like we're always in SoCal where this music like is just it's
Mhm.
popular. We're more indie, you know?
Yeah.
But there is a scene back home for indie, but right now it's like
Yeah.
it's a whole different generation too.
They got a pretty
Yeah.
big. I think it's a pretty big hardcore scene out there.
Also,
yeah, there is a pretty cool.
yeah, Texas is known
Yeah.
for like hardcore and all that. So
It's pretty crazy seeing like the new scene coming up of like a new generation and stuff.
yeah,
And I'm not sure about your guys' ages, but like me and Mark was like refreshing in this scene because I'm 27 and I'm closer to his age. I'm not sure your guys' age, but I was just like, nowadays it feels like I'm hanging out with a bunch of younger people sometimes.
Yeah.
So it can be refreshing, someone like having similar age, but then you know the perspective of like the new generation coming up, and it's been sick.
yeah,
I mean-
right before we came, we actually went to like a local house show,
yeah,
Oh, yeah?
and we just felt like, whoa,
yeah.
we felt so out of place. But
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, that's where we started, so it's kind of
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I
it was
mean,
just
like,
weird.
It's
I
wild.
didn't feel out of place. I just like, cause the homie Nick, like he's like basically like the younger generation. He's basically throwing all these cool ass shows, and like
nice.
I mean, he fucks with us, he loves us, and like he invited us out, and like honestly, we went, and like I hadn't been to a house show in forever in San Antonio. We pulled up, and like they had that backyard with like 400 people, and like it was just a
shit.
good time.
Yeah.
Everyone was just having fun.
Yeah.
Like the scene's alive for sure, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like it is a different perspective. Like just watching it from back, I'm like, damn, that's cool as fuck. Because like, I mean, a few years back we were doing the same shit, but to see
Yeah.
it like keep going in a whole with new kids and stuff, that's
Mhm.
awesome.
yeah.
Just
Yeah,
keeping
right.
it alive.
Yeah, the fact that like they're keeping the DIY scene like
Yeah.
still like very popping house shows and stuff, when like nowadays you can very much feel that they could easily stay at home. You can just
Yeah.
watch TikToks in the bed and just
Yeah.
not bother going out or whatever.
Yeah,
But the
yeah.
fact that they're still keeping it not only alive but like thriving is like sick to see.
Yeah.
I know on tour you tend to typically like couch surf sometimes. You know, not every place you can just get a hotel because you got to save the bucks for whatever
Yeah.
Taco Bell you want to get that
Yeah.
day.
for the
Uh,
for the
yeah.
Carl
For the Carl's
Carl's Jr. Is that the go-to on the?
Oh,
No,
absolutely
no,
not.
It's
no,
in and
no,
out.
no,
It's in and out. when
Is there
we're here.
someone? Is there someone in the band that always pushes for one place that the others aren't agreeing with?
Yes, I can't. We've had In and Out so much. I don't
Really?
even know.
Dude, it's
Yeah,
fuck.
I never get tired of
I
it. I
can't
can
take
eat that
it.
every
I
day.
love it.
I was like, that's why we went to Dave's Hot Chicken. I was like, we need a chicken sandwich, no more burgers.
Yeah.
Cleansing. What's your guys' order at In-N-Out?
Number one, no onions.
Yeah, number one, grilled onions.
And get the number one with the whole sliced grilled onion.
You get the chopped chilies on it. You gotta get the chopped chilies.
Oh, maybe we'll try
Yeah,
that.
that.
Was it animal style? No.
No, you just say chopped chilies, and they'll throw them on there, and it adds that extra spice that's like needed, man. It's
Yeah.
like you can't go back
I
after.
didn't even know they had that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll try them.
yeah, for sure. I was asking, when you're typically like couch surfing and stuff, you've been to like a lot of places that you've crashed at naturally. has there ever been like a scenario where it turned into like a weird scenario, like being somewhere? And like,
dude.
It's Florida.
Florida, bro.
Oh
Florida,
my
dude.
goodness, it's Florida.
Oh my
we,
god.
we were at the homie's place and it was
Hey, hold on,
it was
before,
fun.
before
It was
we-
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing. That whole experience, like, it was just amazing. But when
Shout
we-
out to homies, but that was like a
yeah,
weird,
Yeah.
the Post Boys, yeah.
Yeah.
When we got to Florida, I think we were immediately slapped in the face with the humidity
Yeah.
that we underestimated it. We were just like,
And
dead.
the
Like,
drive
sucked-
too. The drive
yeah.
kind of got us.
that's
sucked the life
crazy
out of
because
it.
you know I've been to like Texas during the summer and it could get like fucking humid
Oh,
down
yeah,
there.
yeah,
So
yeah.
like the fact that you guys are going there like from it and you're just like
we're
this-
surprised.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
shocked by it
I was
still.
like, holy shit,
Even
yeah, it was nuts. But we ended up staying at the Post Boys, and it was just like a fun. Like honestly, we didn't even get any sleep, so I wouldn't even.
Yeah, that's why.
consider
Like,
we were just up all
it was just
night.
it was a chaotic night. That was
Yeah.
probably the weirdest places. But hey, no, shout out to the boys. Like,
Yeah.
love them for putting us up regardless.
We had like
Yeah.
gators everywhere.
Yeah,
It was
straight
nuts.
up.
Dude, they had gators.
little
Yeah,
iguanas.
the iguanas, yeah.
Oh, dude, that's
Yeah.
wild. That's a good one. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll keep
I
it
was-
at that. We'll keep it at that.
I was like, okay. I was like, if you're gonna say none, I was like, oh, segue would be like, you guys can crash here. It's cool. So, what was high school floats like? All the members.
Oh man.
Oh, dude, we were emo. Well, at least I was emo.
I
No,
was-
you weren't emo. Actually, I was
Oh,
emo.
yeah.
You were
I was like in that hipster era, that peak
Yeah.
hipster
you
era.
were just.
Yeah, I was all over the place.
Oh, he was like a skater. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, but we didn't really get to like we barely hung out a few times. We had like similar groups that would hang out and clash
Oh,
together.
Yeah, we always
he
kinda-
was he was in like grades above us,
Yeah.
and
Oh.
he was the guy who took me to my first like freshman parties and stuff. All the drum line, but that's how we met. That's,
Oh man, I remember
Yeah.
that. I remember.
That's funny. Did you guys have any like blunder cringe memories of back of your high school versions of yourself?
Oh, too many.
Oh, boy.
I don't even talk about
To
it.
the Lord, man, the Lord.
Yeah. I'm like, you willing to expose any stories?
Oh,
The Lord will stay bolted.
bolted.
Like, not today. Maybe the second interview we can get that in.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. I know Marcus mentioned in an interview that he typically mixes a lot of the music you guys put together on GarageBand.
Yeah,
Is that still the case?
yeah, it is. I still be doing that. Like,
That's crazy because when I listen to it, you know, it doesn't sound like it would be.
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
that's wild. It's
Yeah,
literally, a
wow.
kid came up to me last night and said the same thing. He's like, dude, how do you record? Like, it sounds so good. I'm like, bro, it's all on GarageBand. Like, I don't know. Like, I still don't know what I'm doing. Like, honestly, when I first started making music, I was working at Subway with this guy named Brian. He was from the Philippines, and he was like a studio engineer or whatever back home, and like he just pretty much helped me on GarageBand. That's how I got me started teaching me how to like do certain things, and then I just grew from there. But yeah, and until this day, I still do the same thing, but
Yeah.
I'm slowly like branching out. Like, I want to go to an actual studio and work with different people. You know, I don't want to do it by myself anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you guys have reached that point. But I mean, it sounds like you already are on it. So I'm like, kudos to that, right?
That's cool. That's cool to hear.
Yeah,
That's
no,
awesome.
actually cool.
How's the tour been going so far, though, guys? You've already been so many places, and you have so many to go still.
Yeah.
Playing LA last night. You went to a few states on the way. Yeah, how's that been going so far?
It's been fun.
Oh yeah, halfway through we changed the name from Love Shore to the Learning Curve Tour. We're still trying to maneuver and navigate. Like, what are we gonna do? How do we do this? And
Nah, I mean, but that's crazy though, because we've already been on tours and stuff. It's like
Yeah.
we know what's up. I think
Yeah.
it's just like for this one, like, since it's our first headlining tour, we're definitely more stressed. Like before,
Yeah.
like when we're like just playing with people, we don't really worry too much. We just
Yeah.
show up.
Yeah,
But
we
now,
just-
like we have
yeah.
to make sure everything's in like on check and like
Yeah, you're held accountable for the
Yeah.
whole like coordination,
Yeah,
especially
yeah,
because like I know as like a promoter when I'm trying to coordinate something out of state that like you can only be so hands on while
Yeah.
you're away.
yeah.
Yeah, speaking of which, I wanted to show with you guys for the longest time. Last year we finally had something, except I couldn't be there because we had it in New Mexico, part of Lord Division's tour. At the
yeah.
range.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was really sick to have you.
Yeah.
But perfect example where I'm like, I want to make sure everything's going good. And I was texting Lord Division like all that night, just like constantly on tour of just
Yeah.
like, how's it going? What's the crowd look like?
Yeah.
Are they cool? Did
Yeah.
someone talk shit to you? Like, like I just like I want to be like as hands on as possible. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, Lord Division had to take like most of the reins because he's there, and then you
Yeah.
guys probably feel the same right now headlining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And which is cool, like, cause that's the learning curve.
Yeah,
curve of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But other than that, like, so far technically today is gonna be day 5 of tour, like the 5th show, But to that, like the silver lining, especially, is the band we're on tour with, Scarlett D'Amour. First time meeting them, they're from Chicago,
Amazing.
and
They're
like
spot
they
on.
are
Really?
the sweetest people,
They're cool.
and
Yeah.
Mhm.
they're
That's awesome.
one of the tightest bands like you'll ever see play, and like they're just so fucking good. I wouldn't like. I'm so happy we're touring with them. Basically,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
they're awesome. Yeah,
Impressive nature. They're
Yeah.
good. They're really good.
That's really good. I mean, it would be bad if you went on tour with them and committed to them and you realized like you were not that into it. But yeah, no, I've been watching the stories and they sound awesome
Yeah.
with you guys live. So, and I think they were a good fit too.
yeah,
Yeah.
So like
Definitely.
there because
Yeah.
there's sometimes that thing where you see like a band like headline tour and they go on with another band that could be great, but they just don't mesh well in like
Mhm.
different
Yeah.
genres and stuff.
yeah.
But I think they're a perfect fit for your
Yeah,
guys'.
I think
Yeah.
like we were talking about it the other day. Like we haven't talked to them yet because we
Yeah.
still need a night in the B&B all together, and like it's just been like constant on the road. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we were talking earlier, and
Here
hopefully,
and there, we'll get conversations in, and we're
Yeah.
kind of, you know.
Yeah.
hopefully they'll see this. But like basically, we're learning from them, and I think they're learning from us too, which is cool. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we're just vibing off each other.
Yeah.
Like I said, they're like
Yeah.
super fucking sweet and like super supportive, and we love them.
Mhm.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was strong words.
Yeah.
Who have you guys been listening to while on tour and like your I wouldn't call it a band, but your car outside? What have you guys been listening
Next time
to?
you see
Well,
us, we're gonna have a van for sure.
Yeah.
We're retiring the Broncos.
Yeah, the Broncos taking a break.
oh, yeah. I heard you sell off your last van, right?
And literally, and we get a fucking tour offer a month later. Like, damn it, dude.
Yeah. It was
The
there like,
timing.
collecting dust, and then it's just how it works, though. You know.
Yeah. But
Yeah, I
we'll
totally
get
feel
another
you.
one.
But yeah, what have you guys been listening to mostly on the road lately?
A lot of funk and a lot of funk specifically, but also like we're on a binge of like just listening to Spy. Like Spy just goes so
Oh
hard.
yeah, on the way here, yeah.
Spy and Future Nobodies too.
Oh, dude,
Oh,
yeah,
I fuck-
fucking
I fuck
Yeah,
with Future
yeah,
Nobodies.
we've been listening to like the whole catalog. Like,
yeah.
So hopefully we get to meet them because we're gonna head up to Chicago. So hopefully we get to meet them.
Yeah.
So they're chilling.
Yeah, that's sick. Is there anyone you guys like idolize musically that you feel like people might be surprised to hear?
Shoot, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I think we all like individually listen to like our own things. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Honestly,
When he plays stuff, I'm like, dude, what is it? And then when this guy plays stuff, I'm like, what is that? so I think it's all different, you know.
yeah. I think I don't know if anyone would be surprised, but
Yeah.
like I just honestly I look up to a lot of Broncho, like
Yeah.
because that's one band like I just want to hang and kick it with and like maybe tour one day just because I love their music. I feel like that's up my alley. But yeah.
What do you guys feel about like AI getting into this scene as of late? I mean, it's people are using it for flyers, they're using it for beats, they're using it to make whole songs.
Yeah,
What's you guys' perspective on that?
we actually did it for the flyer.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Stealing Turf from a Cowboy, the two singles. I used an AI, like,
Yeah.
just generated for the art, but I think it was cool. But that's the only time I did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it also, yeah, it was this is cool. All right, but it took me like 30
Convenient.
tries because I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. No, I did that for one of my flyers. It was specifically a San Diego one we're talking about before this started. And it was specifically because I had High Sun play at this venue that was like an 80-person cap. And I was like, bro, you just need somewhere bigger.
Yeah.
And we end up getting a much bigger venue. But then they're like, you need to add like 3 bands to this lineup. And it was like by the end of the weekend.
Yeah.
And it was Saturday.
Yeah.
So
Pressure's on.
so I got them together, but then I'm like, I need a flyer, and there's no way any of my artists are gonna have it done by then.
Yeah.
So like I took a vintage flyer and then I fucked around with it in AI and it ended up being like the flyer and stuff. But I think that's like, in my opinion, that's like a good extent of it, where it's like maybe you'll use it to enhance something,
Yeah.
but not replace anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Because that's what I kind of did. Like that flyer or that picture for the artwork
Yeah.
was an original picture, like something in my camera roll. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just messed with it there. Yeah. But yeah, I honestly like. I don't really mind it just because like I haven't seen it enough out there to where it's like making an impact. I'm like, oh shit, like what? But
Yeah.
like I know it's out there, but to me, I don't really mind it yet. I guess I don't know if I ever will. You know?
Yeah.
But
It's like letting Skynet into your house, bro.
Oh, okay, shit. Yeah,
It's
you're right.
over.
That's
It's
how it
game
starts.
over.
It's game over.
In a past interview, specifically for Mark, you had a question asked for you how you got started in your last project. And you specified that you were coming from the hardcore scene and that it was making you feel more alienated being a part of that whole scene.
yeah.
And starting something with your last project, you felt more loved, as you put it?
It's pretty much started like playing music since I was like in 5th grade, right?
Yeah.
But it wasn't until like I got to early high school, basically like that summer going into freshman year, where I started doing music with my friends and stuff, and it was like screamo, which transitioned to hardcore. And like I said, like back in San Antonio and back then too, the hardcore scene was like popping at that time, and like it still is, but like it was just big. And like I remember just being there, and like I don't know, like I wasn't like, even though I played hardcore music, which is crazy, I was never really hardcore, I guess. Like I don't
Yeah.
know if that makes sense. Like
No. I've
and
read that, and I feel like it really resonated with me. I think it would resonate with a lot of people. They're a part of one scene because it's their local scene, what people are into, but they still feel like an outsider because it's not necessarily what they want to be a part of or what. Yeah, just feel completely 100% in.
yeah,
So you end up leaning towards something else, and you realize like this is like where I belong and everything.
yeah, and I think that's literally what happened. Like I ended up like finally just like making my music, because at that time I was in a band just playing guitar. You know what I mean? I wasn't really doing anything like on my own, and then like yeah, I just started making my own music, and surprising like people started coming around, and I met different people. Like I met a whole different scene. I met like new faces that weren't from the hardcore scene, and there's nothing wrong with them, nothing like that.
Yeah, no, there's
But
a lot of cool people in
it
it.
just felt nicer that like I just felt more accepting, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
and I felt, I guess, yeah, I felt more in my place. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
no,
where I
I totally
belong.
understand. Do you guys, and this goes for the whole team here, like, do you guys feel like in the creative process, both performing or any influence you have on the music, that enables you to feel like more loved in the scene, just doing that? I mean, it's a heavy hitter, but like be as out of pocket as you want to be.
You take this no.
Oh, I can only answer for myself. I'll be honest. I haven't even thought about it like that. That's a good question, but I
Yeah,
have not
yeah.
thought about it
I'm
like that. I honestly,
stumped. I'm right
it's just more
out
like
stumped.
I like even last night too. I just show up, play, hop off, get the gear, and get out.
Yeah,
Yeah, at least for me. So like
absolutely.
I mean I know people like who come and talk to us and stuff,
Yeah,
and we run into familiar faces and we've made the friendships and the bonds.
yeah,
But it's also more like I think it's just going over my head, you know. Like
yeah.
I know they love, like they're showing love, but I'm just
It's hard when you're in the moment.
yeah,
I totally understand that.
yeah, I'm not recognizing it for what it is when it's happening. It's just more like, oh yeah, what's up, you know?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. No, I totally get that. But yeah, maybe, I mean, even looking upon it like a year from now or something, you see that. But I can definitely understand. I mean, just watching the stories of people vibing at your shows lately, I mean, you can feel that energy going
Oh,
on and
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, dude, honestly, that's what a lot of people were saying last night too.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
always say that
Yeah.
energy is like, we
Mm.
have it, like,
Yeah, I definitely pop off to your guys' music.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's awesome to have you guys here.
Thank you for having us again. Thank
yeah,
you.
no, I think yeah, man, this is awesome.
Yeah, no, I mean, it meant a lot that you guys were able to come down. And you have a show going on tomorrow, San Diego.
oh, tonight we're playing in San
Oh,
Diego.
San
tonight,
Diego and
yeah.
then tomorrow San Francisco.
Tomorrow,
Yeah.
San Francisco. Have you
Yeah.
guys played in the Bay Area?
No, it's gonna be our
Never.
first time going up there, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so see how it goes. I mean, tickets are pretty good right now, I would
Mhm.
say, for a place I've never been and I don't even know how it looks.
What's the venue?
Kilowatt?
Oh, I haven't had anything there,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's a great scene still down
Yeah.
there. It's a different vibe than the way it used to be, but it's sick.
You got any advice? Like wear our running shoes or something? Because I know like it's all heavy.
Respect the rice-a-roni culture.
Uh,
Okay, we're switching on to a new segment we're going to try. I don't know if this will be even entertaining, but we're going to see it. It's called Exposure for You. Now, this is up for you guys to be a part of, but what we're going to do is we're going to pull out your TikTok if you have one, and then you're going to show
Oh,
your For You
no.
page.
Oh, I actually just deleted my TikTok right before tour.
Yeah, you did.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I
put
did.
Stanley
I did.
right now.
these cats are freaking nuts.
I love these, though. Yeah, by the way, where did you guys get the name Floats from?
I don't know. It was just like quick and simple for me. Like,
Yeah.
I actually wanted to change it when we came back, but you convinced me not to.
I was like, no, we're in it now. And once
Yeah.
once we started doing shows, it was like one after the other.
Yeah.
And we were telling ourselves we're gonna take a break.
You're like,
but-
we already made the shirt. It's
yeah,
going
I
out.
was like, that's right.
Yeah.
They're putting our name on the flyer. It's done.
Yeah.
It's done.
I'd be really curious for everyone to hear like what typically is like any interests or hobbies you do when you get home.
I actually like so when we're not playing games or playing music. I'm actually going to school for my master's now.
Oh, really?
So I'm like even right now on the road, I have to do homework and just cram in everything. So it's a
Damn,
lot. Yeah.
that's rough, especially
Yeah.
on tour.
I'm either at his house
Yeah.
trying to write or at the studio just like
Practicing and
practicing or trying to just do demos. Like And if I'm not doing that, then I'll just be out with the homies. Like usually we like to go like just dancing, dude. And that's my thing. I love to dance, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Honestly, I love dancing. Yeah.
Honestly,
awesome.
that's like 25/8. Always
Yeah.
dancing.
Really?
Like,
Where you go dancing at?
The local bars at home.
Yeah.
New
local
wave.
discotheques.
Yeah. Post punk nights, everything,
Mhm.
dude.
What
Like
I do when I get home from work is
Don't
I
let
usually
your
play
kids-
Smash.
Nah, tell them about your kids. Tell them about your kids.
I got 2 dogs. They take up a lot of time, and I hang out with my girlfriend. And I like to go bike riding a lot, like through the city. I use it as an excuse to go and like drink.
What kind of dogs do you have?
I have a weenie dog, about yay big, this big, and then I have a Great Dane mixed with a lab,
Oh,
and so he's a huge like a horse. I'm living with the horse pretty much.
Okay. Are you the type that like lets them like sleep in bed and everything?
Yeah, they're
So
freaking
they
they're
take up
baby.
so much room and everything.
Yeah.
With being a size of a horse.
Yeah. I have a king size bed, so it doesn't take up too much room, but they're there at the end, just making sure we're all right.
That's wild. You must have to like do the like leg thing.
Sometimes, yeah.
I think
just
any
to-
pet owner like knows the leg thing where you have to like crisscross and like move throughout the night.
just
but-
for his comfort.
Yeah, I have a cat and we let him sleep in our bed, but then we have to constantly just move around, and he's a fucking cat size, so I can't imagine a horse size.
Yeah.
You're having to do something. But do you guys have any pets yourselves?
No, actually, I've been telling these guys I want to get like a lizard, but
Oh yeah,
there's
ever
no
since
way.
Florida.
Yeah.
Well, next time we go,
we were
we'll
like,
get you one.
We were like, when we were in Florida, we were gonna take one, but like,
They were
nah,
like, "Hey, have you guys seen like Billy?" And you're like, "No," and you close the door.
no, but yeah, we're just on the road so much that like it wouldn't be fair to the animals.
Yeah, if you don't have someone there, it's
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can totally understand that.
Yeah.
I mean, what's it like surviving on the road? Like, I feel like that could definitely be like hard, man. I mean, you probably get tired and everything.
I feel like we're good at it now. Like I feel like
Veterans.
when
Yeah,
we
veteran,
start,
yeah.
yeah, because now like we don't like sleeping in the car no more. And none of that. Like we'll rough if we have to still,
Yeah.
but we're at a point where like nah, like it's just better to get the rest and shell out the money.
Yeah.
It's just better for us overall. Like honestly,
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
just more comfortable that way.
Yeah.
We have a
And-
better attitude for the next day and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sleeping in the car can sometimes be rough, which is funny because you'll go on like a road trip or drive somewhere long, and then you can fall asleep in the passenger seat while you're on the way there.
Yeah.
But once you actually are like, we're roughing it tonight, it's a
Yeah.
different total like beast.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
survival kicks in, man. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah. Life on the road is cool though. I guess like sometimes we'll stop somewhere, see something cool. Or,
Yeah.
And these guys, I mean,
It's always an adventure. Yeah, we
Yeah.
like try to stop as much as we can.
Yeah.
These guys usually like to just pull up. I'm like, nah, let's smell the roses. Like who knows when we're gonna come back this direction. Like,
I'm gonna remember
let's
this
go.
right now.
Yeah,
Tomorrow when you rush me, I'm gonna be like, hey, smell the roses, bro.
That's different when we pull over to like the Love's gas station. This guy wants to take a 30-minute shit. I'm like, come on.
No.
There's only so much I can see here. We gotta go.
Yeah,
We're on the exposed segment again.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's the guy right there.
That's funny. There has to be.
yeah.
What do you guys think? Have you ever like had like a weird interaction or like a crazy scenario or just the coolest thing you've seen like while traveling?
I swear to God, everybody was asleep and I'm driving at night and the whole sky turned fucking blue. I swear to God. And then I just see it though. It was like a little comet coming down, like, and it fell like right in front of me. And these fools didn't fucking see it.
Oh, he didn't wake us up.
It was on
Probably
the
in meteor country.
yeah. We were like in some like fields, like it was like that type shit.
Oh yeah, they look like Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yeah. I think this was on
Love
the
that
slow
shit.
man, like a year ago. Yeah.
Dang.
Dude, that's
Crazy.
wild.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Nothing.
How about anyone fan interactions? Have you ever had like a really weird fan interaction?
No, honestly, no. Like I think everyone's
Well,
been
you're
really.
Everybody's been cool. We
Yeah.
we enjoy when people say they drove,
Yeah.
more than like 2 hours.
Just crazy miles.
Yeah, just to come and see us, and
Yeah.
that means a
How does
lot.
that feel to you when you take like pretend we're role playing right now? I'm like, oh, it's so great to see you. I just drove from Texas to see you guys in
For
Cal-
sure,
in
for sure. I
California.
I hit him with the big hug, and then I don't know. I want to make them feel as comfortable as I
Yeah.
can, because they, put all that time to drive. And,
I just tell him, what the fuck, you drove that far? We came to you. It's a nice gesture, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
that's a lot.
It does mean a lot, though.
I'm one of those people that's really bad with. I'm more comfortable with insults than I am compliments when someone talks to me. So like being in that position, I couldn't imagine where people are just like, sometimes want to shower you with love. You just put on a great show and they just want to say how sick you are and how far they drove. like I'd feel so awkward in that position. But big hugs. It sounds like you guys are handling it right.
Yeah, no, of course. I love that shit. And like I tell them, like, I mean, dude, I love everybody that comes out to our shows, dude. Like, no matter how far or whatever. Like, and usually I'll be like, dude, like next time you want to come through, hit us up. You know what I mean? Because that means a lot. You know what I mean? Like, I want to give back if I can. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's
That
really
guest
cool.
list be looking hefty, you know, like
yeah.
or telling people like, man, you made that drive. You didn't need to do all that. We'll put you on the next one if you want to come. Like, at least make it worth it in a sense. Like,
Yeah.
if you want to
Yeah,
hang out and stuff.
That's really cool. You guys just kind of want to give back the same energy that they're feeding
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
So I mean, like, yeah, that probably means a lot.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Do you guys have anything we should be expecting like coming up as far as like music or possibly people you'd be working with
right
and to keep a
now-
lookout for?
Right now we're currently on our Love Struck tour, which ends in like next week or a week and a half.
19th.
Yeah. After that, we come home. We're gonna start. I mean, we have demos already. I think we're just still fleshing them out and writing a little bit more. But eventually, we're gonna hit the studio, some actual studio time, and hopefully get an album out by the end of the year. But
Wow.
until then, we have Happy Daps coming up in
Happy
April
Daps.
at the observatory.
Yeah, excited.
And then in May we have another 2-week tour, which we'll be announcing after this tour.
Mm-hmm.
So we're busy, yeah.
Damn,
Yeah.
Staying
you guys are
busy.
keeping fucking busy. And
Yeah.
you're going to school while doing this.
Yeah.
I know. I'm like stressed out, scratching my head like, damn.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's in the books. I'm good with planning and stuff. So
Yeah.
as long as I know in advance, like,
Yeah, as long as you
It's
can
all-
coordinate for it and
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
That's awesome. There's a lot to look forward to this
Yeah.
year. And yeah, Happy Daps I went last year. I saw you guys were sick. And yeah, looking forward to all of that this year.
That's
But-
gonna be fun.
But yeah,
Especially with these guys again, because like this is pretty much the new lineup. Like
yeah,
since the last one you probably saw was Happy Daps.
yeah.
Yeah, this is the
Yeah, I
solid
wasn't
new
in.
lineup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You
And then you
you
guys-
came up for one song.
I came over once. That was it. I was like, all right.
Yeah, no, I don't remember you there, but I still want to give you the credit.
Oh, don't even,
Just
yeah,
like,
yeah, no, don't
you
even
were
worry.
there in
No.
spirit.
I still try to give the other guy credit, you know, because we still
Yeah.
hang out and play with him too. So
Yeah,
like,
that's
I
cool.
don't ever take it like. If anything, I prefer, you know, hey, that's still the guy,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, yeah, no, absolutely. Well, it sounds like you guys have been like very cohesive and like good synergy, so that's good to see. But I'm really looking forward to what you guys have going on this year. Really want to thank you guys for coming down and doing this interview. It's been sick talking to you, and you guys are a vibe to hang out with. I'm really
Thank you
looking
for
forward to what you
having
guys see next. Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for coming down, and yeah, we'll see what you guys have this year.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
See,
Thank
yeah,
you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.